Hi traders, Greg here with a market update. Okay, so overnight we got the first US data print since the horrible payrolls that we saw last Friday. That data overnight was the US ISM non-manufacturing PMI data. Now for July that was supposed to come in around about 50.8 was expected, actually came out lower than expected at 50.1. Looks not the end of the world. If that data starts printing sub 50, which is contractionary, the market will pay more attention to that. But still, the data was weaker. But look, the key takeaway from what happened on Friday with that horrible payrolls number and those revisions to the payrolls was that the market has now pretty much 100% priced in that the Fed is going to cut rates by 25 basis points in September. But the market is now looking very, very closely at every single economic data print that comes out of the US to see if there is more weakness coming. And if there is, then the market will not hesitate to not only price in 25 basis points, but to price in 50 basis points for September. So that's what the market's trying to work out at the moment, just how much the Fed needs to cut. So whether or not maybe they need to do a jumbo 50 basis point cut. So every data print now is going to be very important. Okay, currency-wise, so far this week, really haven't seen too much action. We saw the big moves on Friday, with that big US dollar sell-off. So markets sort of consolidating current, the lower levels for the USD. But I'd imagine though, if there was, any retracement or any sort of rally in the US dollar, the market will be waiting to sell that, no doubt. And I think bias, if you're trading currencies at the moment, that's probably the way forward. Is try to get on board selling any dollars on rallies. The commodity space, gold has certainly been probably one of the best performing markets since payrolls. On Friday, it did a good $80 from its low top side. We opened this week around that 33.60 level, and we've printed a high at 33.90 overnight. So gold has been a standout again this week. As far as markets are concerned, it's just been one-way traffic. And we've had Citibank come out in the last day. Basically, they're very bullish on gold, and they've reassessed their gold 3-month gold target. Previously, it was at 3,300, so they've pushed that up to 3,500. But they do expect those record highs to break and for gold to trade up to around 3,600. So looks like the market is certainly loved up on gold again, so probably buying dips there is the way forward. Silver is trading below $38. The high recently we saw last month was above 39, so maybe some value in silver as well, buying dips as well, especially if gold is going to perform exceptionally well moving forward. As far as the equity space is concerned, that's probably been one of the more volatile markets so far. We saw on Friday, we saw a big sell-off. On Monday, we saw a good rally in US equities, and they took back a lot of those losses from Friday. And overnight, we saw weakness again. But as far as the equity market is concerned, obviously we are very close to those record highs. And so the equity boys are certainly, wondering whether or not, the equity market is priced maybe too high if we are seeing maybe the US economy, rolling over somewhat. And also you've got to factor in that August is seasonally one of the worst months for equities in the last 3 decades, last 30 years. August has been the worst month, and on average, its US equities have been down at 1%. So yes, I'm not too sure if I would be chasing equities up at these levels. So maybe a cheeky short. The other thing maybe to watch for is crypto. Bitcoin certainly has been struggling somewhat. We're trading down towards that 14,000. There is a bit of support just above market, but We've seen crypto many times that when it sells off, it can be a violent sell-off, so something to watch, no doubt, and it may impact risk in other markets. Other than that, really not too much on the agenda midweek for economic data, so I think this market is just going to keep continuing trading the fallout from that payrolls number on Friday, which certainly has changed the market in a big way. So good luck with your trades, and we'll catch back in with you shortly.